Let's have a little look at question 5 from the 2023 Junior Cycle History exam, which was all about either World War I or World War II, depending on which one you studied. So question 5 was worth 52 marks, and all 52 marks were for content, so stuff that you studied in class. Now, the first thing, it says answer the questions that follow in relation to World War I or World War II. So you would have studied either World War I or World War II. And the first thing you need to do is tick which one you studied so that the corrector knows which one you are answering in relation to. Question A reads, what were the main causes of the World War that you studied? And this was worth 12 marks. So basically, you write a little paragraph all about either the causes of World War I or World War II, and then 3 marks were awarded to each key point or development of a key point. So the answer reads, after World War II, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles, which many Germans greatly resented. Terms included being forced to sign a war guilt clause, paying 6.6 billion in reparations, and the Anschluss was forbidden. The German leaders' foreign policy aims of Großdeutschland, so uniting all German-speaking people, and obtaining Lebensraum, or living space, in Eastern Europe, were also a cause. Another cause was Britain and France following the policy of appeasement, which meant giving in to the German leaders' demands to avoid war. The weakness of the League of Nations meant that they failed to stop Italian, German, and Japanese aggression. Question B says, make a list of 4 important events during the World War you studied and write them down in chronological order, dates not required. So chronological order means the order in which the events occurred, starting with the earliest. So if you were doing the chronological order of your life, you would start with when you were born, okay? There was 16 marks for this. So you got 2 marks for each event, okay? And then you got 2 marks for putting them in the correct order. Now, you don't need to freak out. People ask all the time, do you have to learn all the dates in history? Here, the dates are not required. I've just put them in just because I suppose I knew them, I had them to hand, okay? If you are stuck, try and think logically. Odds are you studied World War I or World War II in chronological order. So you would have started at the beginning and worked all the way up to the end, okay? So try and think logically. What did we study first? Okay? What happened next? How did it end? All right? So, again, if you don't know the chronological order, try and think about it chronologically, okay? So try and think about it how you studied in class, what you studied first, what came next, what came next, what came last, all right? And even if you don't get them in the correct chronological order, you can still get marks for naming each event, okay? So I have started off here with the German invasion of Poland, okay? Then I went on to the German invasion of France, all right? Then I have Operation Barbarossa being launched. That's the German invasion of the Soviet Union. And then I put down D-Day. So that's when the Allied forces opened a second front in Western Europe. So if you go over the page, question C says, briefly explain 2 developments in warfare during the World War you studied. Your answer could refer to weapons, transport, and or communications. There was 6 marks going for this. There was 3 marks for each, okay? And our 3 marks are based on a sliding scale. So you got 3 marks if your answer was very good, 2 if it was good, 1 if it was poor, and nothing if it was incorrect or irrelevant. So I've numbered my 2 developments. The first thing I went with was the RAF and the Luftwaffe used new planes like Spitfires and Hinkels during the Battle of Britain. My next development was the Manhattan Project saw the development of the first atomic bomb, which was called Little Boy, which was used on Hiroshima and then Nagasaki. And then our last question here is question D. It says select 1 country which was involved in the World War you studied. In what ways did the war affect the lives of people in that country? It was worth 18 marks total. You got 3 marks just for saying the country, okay? And then you got 15 marks for how the war impacted the lives of people. You got kind of a tick, so you got 3 marks for each key point or kind of a development of a key point. There was loads of different countries you could have put down here. You could have had a look at Germany. You could have had a look at the Soviet Union. You could have had a look at Poland, maybe even France. I just went with Britain. So I said the lives of ordinary people in Britain were affected when the Battle of Britain or Operation Sea Lion was launched. Okay, so I have a keyword used there. 2 actually, Battle of Britain and then Operation Sea Lion. During the Blitz, another keyword, London was bombed 71 times. It's a fact. Belfast was bombed 4 times, another fact. Thousands of homes were destroyed, so that's your impact on people. 40,000 people were killed during the Blitz. Children were evacuated to the countryside, so more impacts. Gas masks were issued. People installed Anderson shelters in their gardens. People also slept in the London Underground or in air raid shelters. During the war, ration books were issued with ration supplies. Many women worked in factories during the home front or for the home front.